Hello everyone, welcome. This is AETHER, and these are 5 things you should do before Endwalker releases just so you don't have to worry about anything. If you're a new player that just finished your MSQ all the way to Shadowbringers, then this is the video for you. There might be some slight spoilers if you haven't, so make sure you do it first and let's get going. The first thing should be pretty obvious. You need to have finished your MSQ all the way up to and including patch 5.5 and the quests Dead Unto Dawn. If you have done that, then you should see at the top left corner of your screen a small window that says to be continued. If you see that, then you're ready to go. And on the topic of quests, you might actually want to unlock some extra content in the form of Eden and the Weapon Series quest, which will introduce a couple of side characters and their stories. And if you really like the MSQ, you might want to check this out, just in case they are reintroduced in the future, plus they're a really good experience to have. If you want to unlock Eden, you should go to these coordinates in the Crystarium. This will unlock all of these series of quests that will eventually take you to the 12 encounters, normal encounters of Eden, and will expand on Rin's side story, so I would really recommend you guys check this one out. As for the weapon quest, you can unlock them at the Alamigan Quarter at these coordinates, just talk to the NPC and you will eventually unlock the first of 4 encounters. These are trials and they're pretty easy and pretty fun. So honestly, you guys should really get to do this before the expansion comes out. Number 2, before the expansion releases, you probably want to get some gear for your main job. So I want to give you a few options that you can look at and get some extra gear. The higher your eye level is at the beginning of expansion, the easier your leveling experience will be. So for your first option, you want to go into your local market board and check the prices for the Exarchic gear. And this will be 510 eye level, which is pretty nice, probably the highest you can get without going into raiding, and should help you be prepared for the expansion. It is, however, a little bit expensive. Depending on how expensive it is on your server, you might have to spend something around 500,000 gil or a little bit more than 500,000. So if you want to spend that money, which you should have from your leveling on Shadowbringers, then please go ahead and get this because it's going to help you. The second option will be to go into the Packland final dungeon from the MSQ from patch 5.5. It will drop eye level 505 pieces, which is pretty decent, and you can get a few tomes while doing it, so this is a pretty good option if you don't want to spend any gil. For your third option, you might want to get some revelation gear. To get tomes of revelation, you need to do your daily roulettes. Same thing, the expert roulette and the level 80 roulette will award them, but be mindful they are capped to 800 every week, so you might want to get to farming these right away so you can get like 3 to 4 pieces before the expansion comes out and just mix around on the other slots, right? And finally, if you don't want to spend your money right now or any of these tomes for whatever reason, you can actually wait until the expansion release, and when you go inside the first area or city, you will most likely find a vendor with 515 eye level gear that will cost you around 250k to get the full gear set, but will be better than the Exarchic gear. So if that's what you want to do, that might be your best option if you want to wait. Number 3. This one is pretty straightforward. Just go get your Aether currents, like all of them. Get all of your Aether currents, because during Endwalker we will most likely do some backtracking, as we always do, and if you don't fly, you're gonna take a lot longer to do this, so just make sure you have them. Number 4. If you want to level up a secondary job and you don't want to spam dungeons because it's boring, or you're just a DPS and don't want to be in queue for half an hour, there's actually a faster option that you can unlock right now with BOZJA. It's going to take you a few hours to unlock it if you don't have the Alliance raid from Stormblood, but I guarantee you guys, if you want to level up any job, this is your best option from 71 to 80, and especially once Endwalker releases, you're going to probably want to come here for any other job you want to level, just because it's a lot faster. So to start with, let's go to Kugane and let's come here to this NPC at these coordinates. It's called Kitten, and he is going to give you the starting quest for all of the 3 24-man raids from Stormblood in IVALICE. These are long series of quests that will allow you to unlock all of the 3 raids. You have to do those. It's gonna take you a few hours, but it's really good content in general, and it's a good story, so I'd recommend you do them anyway. And after that, I want you guys to come back to this same NPC once you finish all of those raids, and he's gonna have a new quest called Hail to the Queen on Kitten. After you take that, you're gonna one more time have to do this new quest that will eventually lead you to unlock a new area called Gangos, which can be accessed from the Doman Enclave back from Stormblood, and you can just teleport there from the main crystal if you want. So after that, we want to come to Gangos, and there's going to be a new quest called Fire in the Forge with Geralt. We also need to take one more quest at Ral's Reach. Go to Sid at these coordinates and grab the BOZJA incident. Once you finish both of these quests, you'll have access to one final quest that will unlock BOZJA. You can come here to Marsak and take the quest Where Eagles Nest. After you finish this one, you will not only have access to the southern front in BOZJA, but you'll have your first relic ready to go. As for what to do once you're inside of the BOZJA southern front, I'm not going to go too much in depth into that. I'm going to leave you guys a link in the description to go check Mr. Happy's BOZJA Southern Front guide, which is pretty good. You just have to make sure you're spamming skirmishes and critical engagement, which are the fates that spawn inside this area, and you will receive a proportionate amount of experience to your level. You need to be at least level 71 to start leveling up here, so you take that into consideration, and also try to unlock all of the 3 parts of this area, which naturally unlocks as you level up. Shouldn't take you too long, and you will probably be able to use it even after Endwalker releases. And finally, number 5, make sure your FC have the experience and teleportation fees buff up whenever you start leveling in Endwalker. These are super cheap and easy buffs to activate in your FC. If you don't have permission to do it, you just can ask somebody from your FC, and make sure to have this on for the first few days. And they should honestly always be up, but it's a really nice addition because it's gonna be 10% extra experience on the level 2 and a 15% extra experience on the level 3. If you don't have access to your FC buffs, you can actually get them straight from your own squadron missions. Now, if you don't have a squadron yet, a squadron is a feature you can get from your Grand Company, where you can send your squadron to do various missions every week and come back with squadron manuals. These manuals vary, but one of them will give you the level 3 experience buff, the 15% buff for yourself for 2 hours, and it's really good. So if you don't want to depend on your FC to get it, just make sure you unlock this feature and start sending your squadron to get those sweet manuals. Also, one small thing guys, clear your inventory, for real. You'll want the space when Endwalker is released, and there is no excuse to just go ahead and put all the pieces of gear you still want to your glamour dresser, and the rest of your event or seasonal gear to your armory inside of any inn. And after that, just grab any materials you don't want and sell those in the market board, or even just at a NPC. But make sure you have as much space as you can when Endwalker releases, because you'll probably want it. And you'll also probably want to have your Chocobo saddle to be as empty as it can, just so you have some extra space, but I really recommend that you guys have that ready. And that's it guys, those are the 5 things you should do before the Endwalker release. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you like the video and find it helpful, please subscribe and click the notification button, that would really help me. And I wish you guys have a great leveling experience in Endwalker, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace!